reduced row echelon form. Look at this. Here is reduced. Here's that diagonal of ones. Do you see it? Reduced row is when there's two triangles of zeros. Do you see them? And reduced is so easy because it tells you this z is 2, y is -8, x is -4. There's your answers. It saves us the step of back substitution. All right? You got to know how to do back substitution. You got to know how to do reduced row, but thankfully you have your calculators to get you 90% of the way there. Okie doke? So let's try this. All right. Write the system of linear equations in by the augmented matrix. Then use back substitution to find the solution. Now, in your practice, if you need to get it to to row echelon form, the command is row echelon form. That's the form we have right here. So it's telling us, write it as your regular equation. So this is x, this is y. So be x plus 4y equals 7. And then 1y equals -1/2. Okay, so my end solution is going to be an x and a y coordinate. And they tell me my y is -1/2. All I have to do is substitute that in to this equation to find x. So I'm going to say x plus 4 times -1/2 equals 7. What's 4 times -1/2? -2. So it's x minus 2 is 7. So add 2 to both sides. X is 9. All right? That's solved. It's done. This one says x plus 2y plus z is 0. And this is y plus 2z is 2. And then it's telling me that z is 3. Now there's 3 variables, so when you report your answer, it's like x, y, z. It's like a triple pair instead of an ordered pair. That's all. So they told me what z is. So now I just work one step above it and figure out what y is. So 2 times 3 equals 2. So y is -4. Okay? I got z, I got y. Now let's find x. So x plus 2 times -4 plus 3 equals 0.
X equals 5.
Mm-hmm. So x will equal 5. And the way I would write my answer is, it's always in alphabetical order. So we go 5, -4, and 3. Okie doke? Easy enough? Now, use matrices and a graphing calculator to solve these systems. So I want to put it in reduced row echelon form. That's the command I want in my calculator. So before you put in the calculator, you got to know what matrix to put in there. That's the augmented matrix. So I would put in 1, -2, 2, and 7. 2, 2, -1, and 5. 3, -1, 1, and 6. Okay? Now, in my calculator, let me pull that up. No. There is a little shortcut. If you hit alpha and zoom, it will automatically say, oh, you want a matrix. How big a matrix do you want? Alpha zoom pops up this little menu. So how many rows do we want?
2.
3, right? 3 rows, and we want 4 columns, right? Hit OK. And now I have to enter in the values I have. 1. Don't hit enter until you're done, okay? That'll really be frustrating, but. All right, and hit enter. All right, so we've entered that into the memory of our calculators. That's what we've done. All right. And if you're wondering, it labeled it in its memory as matrix A. I'm pretty sure. So if you go to second and matrix, if I look at A, oh, I lied, it didn't, did it? Shoot. So I'm going to come back down. Okay, so here's the matrix we just entered. I forgot we have to do this. Once you enter your matrix, find the STO, STO. It's right under natural log on your calculators. STO says store as what? And we need it to store as matrix A. So you hit second, and right underneath the math button is what I want. And it's going to highlight A. I got stuff in my matrix A. It's not what we want, but I'm going to change it to A. And now I've done it. Everybody get there? Okay, once you have your matrix stored, or once you have it in there, right? You've entered it. It shows it over here on the right. If you highlight it, hit enter. Then hit STO, which is right here. STO. It's going to put an arrow on your screen. And then you need to pull up the matrix menu, which is second and this little inverse guy right under math. So second and inverse. And it's going to pull up all these letters. You just leave it on A and hit enter. And hit enter one more time, and then it renames your matrix as A. Are we okay with that? Now, it's okay, it's in there, but now it needs to know what to do with it. So go back to your matrix menu, hit second matrix, and look at the second column. It says math. These are all the different things you can do with matrices. We don't really care about most of them in here. We want to find REF and RREF, okay? Yours has an REF and an RREF in your menu, right? REF is just the reduced row echelon with the bottom triangle of zeros, just that one triangle. RREF is going to give me the top and the bottom, which is already pre-solved. So I wanted to do that one, RREF, and I need to tell it, hey, do it to matrix A. So I go second matrix again. Oops, I hit something wrong. There it is. Put it in A, hit enter, and there's my solution. So this would tell me then that X is what? 1. Y is 1 and 9. There's my solution. Okay? I guess I should write that in there. And we would call this consistent because there's only one, there is a solution to it, right? One solution. Only one solution. So let's try number 4. Okay? Hardest part is remembering how to put this in your calculator. So number 4 looks like it's the same size, doesn't it? -2. Bless you. And this one, get which means it's 0, 3, and 2. That's my solution. Are we okay?
Yes.
All right. That's the gist of today. Knowing what row echelon is, reduced row echelon, how to back substitute, and how to make sure you get it in your calculators correctly to do all that extra legwork for you. All right? So, ask if you need help. I can't tell you the keystrokes on a test or a quiz, so make sure you get those down. Okay? This one would be consistent as well because it has a solution, and it's independent because it only has one solution. Right?